Now we've introduced OTDR menu. In OTDR, we see several areas. This area is the trace display area, the big area. And then we have the information window area. We have file information window, and I will show you later. And the red part, this bar is the control bar or menu bar. We have setup, we have data save, we have open file, we have reanalysis, we have zoom in, zoom out, we have events switch, and we have information window switch, which means we can switch this information window by pressing this button. And we have AB marker switch. Most importantly, we need to set up here. So just simply use up and down arrow, and then we can highlight setup and press enter. Now we see a lot of information. First, about a range. Range means when we want to test a fiber, we need to select a proper length to cover the fiber that we are going to test. And if you have no information about a fiber to be tested, simply use automatic. And if we are going to test a 2 kilometer fiber, it's recommended to select 2.5 kilometer. Or if we test 8 kilometer fiber, we choose 10 kilometer, etc. And path width is something very important, because path width determines the distance we can test with OTDR. Higher range, higher path width. Shorter range, shorter path width. For example, let's choose 5 kilometer as a range, and then the default path width is 30 nanoseconds, but we do have other choices for this range. Let's say 5 nanoseconds for short fiber testing. Okay, and 300 nanoseconds for longer fiber testing. So it's recommended like this. Shorter range, use the default, the recommended path width, or shorter ones. Longer path width is used when longer range is selected. For example, 160 kilometers. And then use the default path width or even higher path width. Higher path width will give you a very smooth trace, but it may have less accuracy to detect small events like splices. But shorter path widths can help you to detect smaller events or closer events like splice or connectors which has very close distance between each other. Averaging time. Normally 15 seconds is enough. You can stop the test anytime as you want, but it's recommended to test longer time when we have a longer fiber. For example, 40 kilometers or 80 kilometers. For some time, when we're testing FTTX, we have a bigger loss in the fiber link. We have splitters and so on, so it's recommended to use longer time. And wavelength is also important. We support 3 wavelengths. When you are testing regular fiber with 1310 or 1550, please connect fiber on this port. But when you are using live testing method with filter, which means 1625 nanometers, please switch the fiber to this port, OTDR Live.